Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4.
Keep playing hard. Hey, check. No, I'm coming after you.
They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. The dump off good for 8 there on first down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Rosen to throw. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. To throw is Rosen. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The play fake to Ballage. Now Rosen. He completes it to Evans. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
That's caught by Howard. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. On the carry, it's Bawden. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Nick Bawden, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked.
At their own 25-yard line.
Blue 18.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Running with Kamara.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike, check.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Got an open man, that's Campbell. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mariota, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Kamara. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Watch the out. Check 43. One.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Eluding and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
At the 30-yard line.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota looking for Campbell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be.
They'll start with a give here to Ballage. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
And now it's Rosen looking. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Rosen looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
58.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Looking downfield for Godwin. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A very solid gain of 27. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 38.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. 3. 1.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Flushed out right. They'll try and run it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
1.
A first down throw for Mariota. And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Smith trying to run for it. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ito Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Now Balaj. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll throw it with Rosen. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards on the dump-off at 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Toss play to Balaj. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check. Where are they, team? One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd and 1.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Rosen, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And this is caught by Evans. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Mike, 58, right there. I got you, son. I got you.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Buccaneer first down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Check, 59. You ain't got nothing.
Third and long here for Mariota. He'll let this go for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Keep it up. Check them on that. 80. Let's go.
Here's Rosen. And a throw right sideline is complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 79 yards. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. The run there on first down gets them a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you. Mike front 9. You got nothing.
From the gun, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You better bring it. Shit.
One.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Able to slither by. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Mariota. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And Mariota not happy about something before the snap, so he'll call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Mariota. Catch made here by Campbell. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Mariota going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go. And this is taken in at the 5. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash, this from 53. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The drive will commence with a run by Ballage. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Ballage. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Mike spot 9.
Rosen to throw on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Mariota on first down. Being chased out left. And that's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mariota from the gun on third down. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll stay on the ground. Ballage again, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
At the 40-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Here's Rosen to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Hey, alert, alert. Check 59, Mike. 59.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's got Evans. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Balazs tried to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And now it's Rosen looking. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Mariota now. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. This defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run it with Ballage. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on that last drive, Whitford on fourth turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Bucs, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.